Title: When Love Is Not Enough. Narration: Alexa always thought that true love was enough. 5 years of marriage with Jack, and although not everything was perfect, she believed that affection, the civilization, complicity and the trust they had built were enough to keep them together. He was her partner, her love, her home. But things began to change after the promotion. Jack became distant and apagado, as if he were living a life parallel to hers. He began to arrive later, to spend nights out for work, and worst of all, he no longer looked at her as before. That warmth in his eyes disappeared. He felt cold, and it replaced a coldness that Alexa could not understand. Then Emma arrived, her new assistant. A young, attractive woman, always impeccable. At first Alexa didn't pay attention, but when Jack began to talk about her with more enthusiasm than about the project they were working on, an alarm went off in his chest. One afternoon, while tidying the closet, Alexa found it was a bracelet. Fine, delicate, with a heart-shaped pendant. It wasn't hers. And it wasn't the kind of gift Jack would bring for a sister or a friend. It was hidden in the inside pocket of her coat. And that was the worst. That night he said nothing. She observed him from the other side of the table, smiling with that painful calm of someone who already knows the truth, but still doesn't have the strength to face it. Jack has blabba of the stress at work, of how complicated everything was. And she nodded, as if she still believed every word. But the next day, she followed him. Jack didn't go to work as he had said. He drove. She rented a small apartment downtown. She stayed in her car, her heart pounding. Minutes later she saw him get out of the car, knock on the door, and Emma open it. What she saw tore her apart. Mom hugged him. And kissed him. Not like someone who is living an adventure. She kissed him as if he belonged to her, as if Alexa were only a ghost in her story. She didn't cry, she didn't scream. She just left. That same no-hey, Alexa packed her things and left. Without leaving a note, without confrontations. A week later, Jack arrived at his new apartment. He looked tired, confused. "Why did you leave?" he asked. Alexa looked at him with a calmness that came from the deepest pain. "Because sometimes love doesn't die, it's killed. And you did it. With every lie. With every night you were with her while I waited for you, Rabba." Jack was speechless. He denied nothing. He only lowered his head. "It was a mistake," he whispered. "I didn't want to lose you." "You already did," said Alexa, closing the door gently. Months passed. Alexa. She built her life little by little. There were nights when the silence hurt more than any betrayal, but there were also mornings where the sun reminded her that she was alive, that she deserved more. Jack intent or to return. Calls, emails, even letters. But for Alexa there was no turning back. Because she understood that when love is not enough, what remains is dignity. And that is not negotiable. End.